Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Some of you might have already seen that I've changed this channel's name, and I, with this video, wanted to give a quick explanation why I decided to change this name. You know, when I started this channel or the other accounts like on Instagram or TikTok around, I think, 1.5 or 2 years ago, I chose the name Funk Fairy because I found to the bass by listening to funk music, to disco music, to 70s music. This genre really was the reason why I then wanted to learn how to play the bass and why I became so passionate about the bass. And I also started to discover my fantasy loving side because of fairies. So that's basically the reason why I called this channel Funk Fairy, and it, was a very good name for social media as well, and an artist name as well, because it's very easy to remember. It's very fitting for social media, and that's why I chose this name. But people can change, and a lot of things had happened in my life the last 2 to 3 years, especially many things in the last couple of months, I would say, that really changed me as well. And so I wasn't feeling this name anymore. When you hear Funk Fairy, I was always associating it with happiness, colorfulness, rainbows, and like 70s. But I also have a very deep thinking and very reflective and very art loving and history loving side about me. And this side is very important for me as well. And I would like to show this side as well on social media and to be creative within these projects. And I somehow thought that this name Funk Fairy doesn't show this side of me. I wanted to have a name which is more versatile, even more universal. And so I found my new name, which is Mary Moonstring. I'm still not very used to this name. I have to get used to it. But I really think that is, as I already said, more versatile. You can use it throughout different media, no matter if I am making a YouTube video or if I want to make music in the future, or if I want to release a book or anything like this, or write a book. It's very usable throughout different media. And this is something which I like about this name. And it's also personal, because to explain why I chose this name, Mary is my actual name, but the English version of one of my names. And Moonstring, it just felt natural because I'm very passionate about all these fantasy mystical things right now, and very passionate about the moon, and watching the moon is something I discovered the last couple of weeks. Really gives me very much, and to have this connection to nature, which we as humans are really using sometimes in our day-to-day life. And string is just a reference to my music loving side, to my bass loving side, like the strings on the bass. So that's just the reference. And so I found this new name, and somehow it feels more mature to me, and I have a feeling that I can share more things and that I feel a bit more connected to this name. Maybe you will ask yourself if anything will change right here. This might be the most important thing for you to know. And no, nothing will change right here. Nothing will change about my content. I will still make music-related content. I will still make reaction videos and stuff like this. I love it. I want to share my passion for music, and I will still do that. But I really want to focus on these kind of atmospheric videos as well. Like, for example, I want to make a video about my autumn bucket list, about the things that give me joy throughout autumn or throughout different seasons, about like mystical fantasy themes, and I would like to go into this direction as well, and of course into recommendations, like art recommendations, book recommendations. I like to read graphic novels, for example, and stuff like this. So yeah, I would really love to share this as well. And somehow this name just feels more fitting for this. And yeah, that's why I wanted to change it. And of course, I got into bass playing and stuff like this throughout funk music, disco music, and I got into fantasy throughout fairies, but of course these interests have evolved as well. So when I will make music in the future with bands, for example, not only want to make like funk disco music, I would love to make rock, pop, folk music. So I'm very versatile in my musical taste as well. So I definitely wanted this name to not only focus on funk music. And also my fantasy interests have evolved. I'm not only interested in fairies right now. I'm interested in everything like magical, mystical, Whimsygoth. So this Victorian era Gothic atmosphere, it really has something for me. I somehow discovered my darker side, and which might sound weird, but I don't mean like dark, but this Gothic loving side, if you know what I mean. And yeah, especially now when it comes to autumn, this is something that I'm really interested in. So I thought this name would be perfect for this and for all of my interests. It's very, I think it's unique, it's versatile, and I can do anything with it. And that's basically something I needed. And as I already told you, I've changed the last couple of months, and I really needed this change to be reflected in my artist or channel name as well. So that's why I chose it. So I really hope this was an explanation for you why I changed this name. I really hope you like this name. Definitely leave a comment. And this was also like an explanation, of course, about the direction and the focus I want to have with this channel in the future. So yeah, nothing will change really. There are just a few more aspects of myself that I will integrate into this channel. Wow, thunder and lightning. I love it. I love the rain, thunder, only when I'm at home, I must admit. Or the rain at night, when a couple of days ago it really was raining a lot here in Germany, and it was warm enough to leave the window open throughout the whole night, and you could just listen to the rain the whole night through, and it was so calming. Like when you just falling asleep, listening to the rain. This was something else. Yeah. Perfect atmosphere right now. I love autumn. You know, I really suffered throughout summer. It was so hot. I really don't like it. So I'm very, very happy that we are finally getting into autumn. So yeah, I really hope you liked this video. Definitely check out my other videos. Like, subscribe, whatever should support my content. I'm just doing it for fun. I don't want to have any profit with it or anything, just to be creative. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!